Hey everyone, this is Ross, and today I got some Java moss. I got quite a bit, and it looks quite healthy. I've actually had experience with mosses before. I did have quite a lot of peacock moss. I had more peacock moss than this, but eventually it just grew as crazy because it grew too fast, and I just went a bit mad with it, and I threw it all out, and I've been beginning to regret that since I've got shrimp, because I heard shrimp love moss. And I might be getting some cherry shrimp because I heard they breed in fresh water. At the minute I've got a mano shrimp or Yamato shrimp, which can only breed in brackish water, so I might be getting some cherry shrimp for this. I'll be tying the majority of this to one big rock in my 15-gallon. I'll be tying the rest to a piece of wood in the 15-gallon. I'll probably be floating some, just to absorb excess nutrients, and whatever's left will go in the fighting fish tank. So yeah, today I'll just be planting this in my 15-gallon. First thing I've got to do before you put any plants in is to just wash it, because some plant growing companies use pesticides to keep little insects and whatnot off, and it'll be fine with fish, but it can harm some species of shrimp, so I don't want to take that risk, so I'll just go wash it. Right, so I've washed the moss in this little jug here. It's easier doing a jug than over the sink because you're probably going to lose a lot of it down the sink. So I just use a jug to clean it, so that's all clean. And then what I've done, I'm going to tie it onto this rock with a Anubias on. And what you do is you just lay it out where you want to place it. And just lay it out and then tie it on with thread or fishing line, as more people like to use. I just like to use thread because it'll biodegrade really quick and you don't have to get your hands in and take off the fishing line. But as I said, most people like to use fishing line because it doesn't biodegrade. But Java moss actually has a little root system which it uses to grab onto rocks. It's okay to use thread for this type of plant. So yeah, just lay it out how you like it, and then just wrap around the thread and then tie a little knot. So yeah, that's how you put on moss. Right, so I've tied some moss to this rock now. And it does look quite silly at the minute because you can see the thread going across. It'll only look like that for about a week or two though, because the moss will actually grow up through that and it'll give more of a grassy effect, so you won't even see that. Hopefully the moss should spread around this rock, kind of blend in a bit more. I've also created quite a nice grazing area for the shrimp, because they actually eat the tiny leaves of these. And although they are eating the leaves, they're actually cleaning some of the stuff from it as well, because what'll happen if you have it in your tank for quite a while, and if you don't have much water flow, little bits of poo and dirt will get in there, so the shrimp actually do it a favour as well as eat it. So yeah, I'll just go put this in the tank now. As you can see, I've still got a hell of a lot left, so I'm debating on what to do with that. We'll see. Right, that rock's in the aquarium now, and the catfish occasionally come up to check it out. It doesn't look too bad, and hopefully what will happen is it'll grow around this rock, down that one, and it'll maybe hang down to cover that cave, so it'll look like a jungle effect, and as it grows, kind of ages the tank and makes it look a bit older. Over a few months it should start clinging to the gravel and create like a small carpet. I was thinking what to do with the rest of the moss. I thought I could speed up the carpet growth by tying it to some pebbles, so I went out in the back garden and I got these little pebbles and I boiled them. So what I'm going to do is tie some of the excess Java moss to these and kind of separate them out in the tank about this distance apart, and that should promote carpet growth across the tank. So yeah, I'll just tie some of Java moss to these. Right, so the pebbles are in the tank there now, right next to the big rock. And they just span along the length of the tank. And it stops there. So hopefully they'll grow in a nice thick carpet. I've still left a lot of room for the cories to scrattle around for food. Because I know they don't appreciate it when it's completely plants. The like areas just to graze. So yeah, looks quite good. and that's pretty much all I can put in here. Yeah, I could have it floating, but what'll happen is, because the power of a filter, it'll like go around in a circle on the top of the water. Then every now and again the filter, I'll pull it underwater and it'll float back up and it'll keep going around, and that looks quite bad. So I'll put it in the fighting fish tank, and I've got a lot left for the fighting fish, so hopefully that should take out a lot of the nutrients of the water in the fighting fish tank and stop the algae blooms that's been happening lately. So yeah, I'll just completely fill the fighting fish tank with this. Right, so he has the moss in the fighting fish tank, and as you can see, he's hiding in it. I think he quite likes it. So I thought it would float, but obviously it hasn't got much oxygen in it because it's been shipped here a few days. So it's sunk at the minute. I don't know whether it'll float or if it'll just stay like that. Either way, it's good for the tank. It'll absorb excess nutrients and hopefully stop algae blooms that I sometimes get in here. And it isn't dirted anymore, so there shouldn't be much algae. So it looks like he's made that his new territory. So I think he'll live in there from now on. And I've got like a little porcelain half plant pot in there, so he likes hiding that too. So the fighting fish tank's looking quite good with it in. Looks like a bush over there. See, he's coming out. Right, so that was just me planting my new Java moss. If you like my videos, then please comment, rate and subscribe. I have to say a big thank you to all my subscribers over these past few months. It's just been great. I wouldn't have been making videos without you. If I'd only got 5 or 6 subscribers now, I would have pretty much stopped like in a few weeks. So just a big thank you to all my subscribers. You've really kept us going and you've kept us motivated. So I plan plenty more videos in the future. So yeah, that's it. Bye.